Good morning and welcome to the Great Barn of Andover, New Jersey. This morning's booth tour is going to be over here on our right hand side of the great room. We're going to visit with Redreamable, one of two booths, and she is 20% off items not marked firm. Tonight is our Wednesday night Facebook Live at 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you wish to see what items will be featured, you can check us out on Instagram at Gray.Barn, all lower cases, Gray with the E. And on our Facebook page, same channel as here, Gray Barn Antiques with the E. And you'll get a picture, several pictures. I do previews, so you know what to expect in the actual Facebook Live tonight, and they are all fixed prices. And we do use pirate ship for the shipping, so shipping is, and we add like $1 or $2 depending on the size of the box, the amount of time it takes. It can take my husband half an hour to 45 minutes on some boxes if people get a lot of stuff, to make sure everything arrives in one piece and safe and sound. Now remember, as the temperatures do start to drop, and this is with any items that you do purchase from anywhere, to let your boxes sit in a room until they hit room temperature to avoid any cracking or breaking when the items hit the warm air. And that can affect even cast iron. It'll affect your glassware, your porcelains, your ceramics. So as it gets colder, remember, let those items sit and get to room temperature. Your boxes get to room temperature before you open them. So without further ado, let's check out some of the items. Again, even if I do not go over an item, you can direct message me or email me with a screenshot or a timestamp. Just be clear which video it was so I know which items I am going to send you more information on. No obligation to buy. He's not super heavy. He's ceramic. He doesn't feel like metal. Chalkware owl, yes. So he's $12.80. Not quite sure if it was a book end or not, because he's not completely smooth on the back as they tend to be. Liberty Bell's been marked down to $7.20. That's a cool little German Shepherd. 38 bronze, and then 20% off of that. Fastest way to get to 20%. Metal Horsebang for $16. That's really good. The fastest way to get to your 20% is just times at 0.8, and that takes you right to the number. So 9 times 8 is 72, so $7.20 on a $9 item. That's the fastest way to do it. Okay, 24 becomes 19.20. There are some bookend pairs. Sold a lot of them last week, so 52 on that pair. Those are the lovey-dovey owls. I remember the Dummy series books. I went on it's way back. This has got to be, geez, how old am I? So it's got to be about 30 plus years ago. I'm going on a blind date with a guy one of my friends set me up with. I don't even know how they knew them. Oh, this is really cool. Just $12.80 on this one. Got some rust and stuff to it. So, warning signs were there. I have to go over and pick him up because his car, he doesn't have a car. Okay, right off the bat. Keep in mind, we're in our 20s. This is not, high school, where a lot of us didn't have cars yet. These have been marked down dramatically, 21 and then 20% off of that. Nice pewter candlesticks for 24. 18 becomes 14.40. So I get to his apartment, which was in a rent-controlled senior center housing apartment. He was obviously the youngest one in there. He took it over when his grandmother had passed, and for whatever reason they let him live there. And on his coffee table was a book, and it was Dating for Dummies. One of those, I don't know if it's exactly that title, but it was that kind of book. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be a good one. Needless to say, it was one date and done. An interesting character, I'll say the least. He was, it was interesting to say. I really do not miss the dating days. This is really cool. 19 and then the 20% off. So I think it's like 15.20. This guy would be a box and a box to ship, so keep that in mind. Some things we do have to package up even more. These are plastic snifters. $4 firm. The box is as is, and it is a full dozen. So that's a good little deal there. A lot of good brass items in here. 24 for the duck. That'll be solid. 28, I think, becomes 22.40. These are two pieces that are sold separately on this sculpture. I've had questions about that in the past. I used to have my friends used to tell me I should write a book or at least some short stories on my dating experiences because I had some doozies. $9.60, 10 inches. Oh, I see. It's like, it's just the way they painted it. It looks like some, is it supposed to be an eye? Yeah, so he's like a odd-shaped cow. It's like somebody wants to be Warren Kimball and then just kind of went with the, I don't know what kind of style after that. Picasso cow meets Warren Kimball. That's really cool. 28 on this big charger. That's nice. And 125 becomes 100. Remember, on the larger pieces, you can still shop us this way as well and just call up. And if you're coming in like right away, you can pay when you come in. You don't have to pay us right away for items that are on hold, but you do have to, you know, come in or pay over the phone within a reasonable amount of time for us to hold it. This is really nice. This is 28 cork stopper on that. Looks like something that might have been at Pier 1 Imports back in the day when they were back in the early 90s, and they had, well, they did have good stuff even at the end, but they had some really amazing pieces when I started shopping. When we finally got one in Danbury, Connecticut. Wow, that's really good. $9.60 for that nice pewter pitcher there. So for our people who do crafting, there appears to be a lot of good pieces at really good prices. $8 on this one. I'm not sure about usability, but more decorative. But this one's a really good deal too. So there's a nice old flour sifter. This one I do not recommend painting or anything. It's just $8. But if you want to do a nice little Christmas vignette inside of it, those red little starbursts are perfect for that without having to do anything to alter that really cool exterior on that one. Do you need large salt and pepper shakers? I mean, these are huge. Huge. 10 firm on those. Could use new rubber stoppers on the bottom, clearly. I would not keep continuing to use those. A lot of great books to choose from. What was fun about we had an event weekend this past weekend, and it was very good. And we actually got to meet some of our people from our Wednesday night Facebook Lives that we've been shipping to. So that's always a lot of fun to meet people in person instead of always just chatting in the groups. So that was nice. All right, so we are in Redreamable. This is her second booth. I do want to show this dresser, so I'm just going to kind of back out so we can get a better look at this. So, it's a nice old wood dresser. 5 drawers. That has got some nice age to it. It's in very nice condition. She does have the measurements on it. It's an oak dresser that's been stained. We do have a key for it. And so here's your measurements, 50 by 30 by 17, 190. What does that become? That becomes, whoosh, what am I doing here? 152, something like that, right? I think it's 152. It's in that ballpark. So you can see it really is a nice dresser. That's the action. Ooh, very nice action on those drawers, smooth. And we got our dovetailing, as you can see. Another nice set of bookends. Just a slight odor of glue. Nothing bad, nothing musty and dusty, so that's an important thing. It's as silly as it is, a sniff test on the furniture. You don't want to bring something into your house that's got a clear mildew, moldy smell to it, and this does not. It has like a slight glue smell to it. Probably some repairs on that. $14.40 on this really cool Copper Eagle mold, and there's a whole bunch of other molds on here, as you can see. So that's nice that it wasn't stored anywhere that was damp. That's one of the things, you know, with the wood you want to check for. Let's see the, wow, this is really in fantastic shape. Love the old beadboard back here. Look at this. That is a beautiful old dresser. Finishing nails in there. Just a really nice piece of antique furniture there at a really great price. So for our local people, you don't want to snooze on that deal. That's a good deal right here. $14.40. It doesn't have the hook though. These usually have a hook. So if you're looking to do, a lot of people use these as light, like the light fixtures as part of the holding, and they put the cord through it. This one has no hook, so that's ready to go for one of your crafting things. And just hanging anything off of there, that's a nice one for that. And again, we are in Redreamable, her first booth. We'll do the other one hopefully tomorrow morning. Oh, this is really cool. Check this thing out. How much are you? 28, whole USA koi fish planter. That's really nice. I like that. That is really cool, and I love the color on that. A lot of character on that. There's another little fishy guy back here. How much are you, fishy guy? He is 16 for that guy. All right, so Redreamable. I'm gonna wrap up because I gotta start getting ready to open. We've hit the 10-minute mark, so I know I'm at my gotta open the door point in a couple of minutes. So as always, I thank you for spending some time with us here at the Gray Barn of Andover, New Jersey. If you see anything in this video or past videos, any of our Instagram or Facebook posts, do not hesitate to reach out to us. Even if it's old, it might be here, or there might be something, it might have sold, but we might have a similar one from another vendor that's come in, or the same vendor, you never know. So don't hesitate to reach out to us. I may not respond right away because it's just me doing the social media, but you will get a response. So thank you and happy hump day.